Which patient got the biggest headlines from Doctor in the House? Let's ask the man himself, Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, on the Functional Forum from London.
But what were the big headlines? What got the press a little bit excited? Well, it's a condition that James spoke about, a condition that costs the UK at least £20 billion in direct and indirect costs. It's a condition that actually featured twice on the show. It wasn't meant to, but it gives you an idea of the prevalence of this condition. It's type 2 diabetes. So what happened when we addressed that on the show? Well, in the final episode, we had this lovely lady, Dottie, whose family was struggling with their health. She was a 36-year-old lady, very poor diets, very unhealthy relationship with food. And on my initial set of bloods with her, and I was suspicious already, we diagnosed her with type 2 diabetes. She had never received that diagnosis before. This was not done for TV. This is really how it happened. And I confirmed that with follow-up testing, as you need to do to confirm the diagnosis. But essentially, again, with nutrition, with lifestyle, with therapeutic supplementation specific for that patient, in 4 or 5 weeks, her back pain, her ankle pain was better, her skin was better, her sleep was better, her whole lust for life was better. But her diabetes, her type 2 diabetes, and for those of you who are not familiar, we've got a level of 7.3. In the UK, 6 to 6.5 is pre-diabetes, above 6.5 is type 2 diabetes, and under 6 is deemed normal. And whether that's normal or not, we can talk about later, but it's deemed normal. I think with her, it was 4.5 to 5 weeks. Apart from the fact that she lost over 2 stone, which in US jargon is 30 pounds, she had moved from the type 2 diabetic range through the pre-diabetic range into our normal range. And I commented that she had effectively reversed her condition. Now, that was quite a controversial statement, which we'll come to a bit later. The other diabetic on the show was at the other extreme. This was an established diabetic, a 49-year-old gentleman, Sandeep, lovely guy. Again, he was just sort of going on about his business. He was on 5 different drugs. 3 of them were to bring his blood sugar down. And despite that, his blood sugar control was frankly horrendous, HbA1c of 9. Again, with a similar approach, with nutrition, with lifestyle, with high-intensity interval training, with some intermittent fasting. In just a few weeks, and it was after 1 week that I stopped 2 of his diabetic medications. And each one of those medications can lower your HbA1c by about 0.5 to 1. So in theory, that 9 could have been as much as 11 or even 12 without his medications. And he was down to 7. And he lost 4.5 inches off his waist and significant amounts of weight, etc., etc. So why is it so controversial whether you can actually wind the clock back in type 2 diabetes and in chronic disease full stop? Why? What was the reaction to the program? Well, the reaction has generally been very good. I've been amazed by how many medical students and junior doctors have approached me to say, hey, look, this is great. We love that, but we're not learning about that. And that's a big problem.
Thanks so much for watching, and for more great clips like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I've created a special free video just for you. It's called the 5 Steps to Becoming a Leader in Your Wellness Community, and it'll give you some of the starting points on how to position yourself as the leader in your zip code of your health community. All you have to do is click on the link below.